justice and peace and equality.
I already asked. He didn't bury it nowhere. Dadgummit. Look, I'm sorry, I had to ask. Are you sure you ain't got a stash nowhere?
Nowhere, like for real.
Correct.
That was when he was locked down. I'm asking.
You know,
look,
the problem is we were right on the verge of starting to.
That's my girl.
Start to launder stuff and start to open businesses, right? But we were living so fast and so wild, and you know, and then to be honest, we did pay a good bit of money in lawyer fees and different things, and sold out, and then I had money to help sustain me through my prison time and stuff like that. But we were living so crazy.
But that's not how you were brought up.
Oh, I know.
So how did you even get into selling drugs?
So I was one of the, you know, me and my best friends were all black guys on the football team, and so they all lived in that area, and we called it the block right there on Lemon Street and King Boulevard, and so I
hope that bootlegger smell's still there on Cherry Street. You called it out.
I don't know if that house is still there. I think they took it down.
So you from McDonald's?
So my granddaddy.
I used to go to that bootlegger back in the day.
So my granddaddy was
Holy Ghost
a very
of
wealthy
God.
man in McDonald's.
Okay.
And even to take a step further, y'all, this was a curse operating in my life that God's had to break. It goes back to my forefathers in slavery. I'm just going to be very real with you. And I didn't know all that when I was in the streets.
Right.
And then when God started healing me and delivering me, he started showing me stuff that my great grandfather and great people did down. And so through that whole process, the Lord started. So my granddaddy was a wealthy man, and when I grew up, so what threw me in the streets heavy is he went through a season where we had access to a lot of money, and it started to get shut off a little bit. But I had already started opening the door to the streets through my friends. And so being the guys, and so my best friend, who was my right-hand man, he had a lot of connections. All his cousins was on the west side of Atlanta. And so we started going into there in different areas.
Holloway?
But
Joanne Lemon?
Yes.
Tempe? You know Tempe.
Miss Timmy's the mom, yeah. But so...
Listen, that mama prayed us through. Before she died, she had Alzheimer's, and I looked her in the face. I went to visit her, and I held her hand. She wasn't talking, but I looked her in the face. I said, thank you.
Wow.
I said, thank you for praying for us.
She knew about
and
her
look,
spirit.
she cried. She heard me in the spirit,
and
I'm so thankful I had that opportunity.
Wow.
You know, that because I used to go and hang out at her house back in the day.
Absolutely.
Antonio was my friend.
Absolutely.
You know, that's one of the men he sent to rob me.
What?
Mm-hmm.
How you send somebody to rob her and she's your right hand?
You what now?
How did you send somebody to rob her and she's your right hand?
So we were
why would you try to eliminate her?
Well, we were partying together. I think it was just demonic. Even Tonio and the other guy I sent in looked at me before I made the decision. I'm the one trying. They were like, "You sure about this, T?" They looked at me face to face. We pulling off big arm robberies and stuff, and they're like, "Is this even in Brandy? You gonna do this to Brandy?"
Wow.
And I remember, and I think, like God, big picture, he knew how far gone I was, what I would have to go through to get to him, to really surrender, and we were at today. And so there's a bigger picture I think heaven was up to and allowing some of these things. But no, I'm the one said, no, we're doing it. And, you know.
Wow. Man.
And there's obviously been waves of repentance over the years.
Absolutely. But man, I never knew this was all behind the Malachi Project and all behind like just the whole thing. You know, we see the ferns, we see.
And equality.